Hey, my name is Danny, but I go by my internet alias Club Nessman. Um, I don't make sports videos. I just want to point that out. If you go to my channel and you look at any of my videos, there's nothing sports related in pretty much all of them. I'm a video gamer. That's what I like. That's what I do. Um, but I have been a Patriots fan since I was a small child, and this team I hold very close to my heart. And we're going to the Super Bowl, and that's awesome. Like I'm really proud of this team. This is one of the most exciting teams, like rosters for us that I've ever watched. Like seriously, like that's even like comparing those some of those Brady teams. I mean, this I'm really proud of these guys. These guys are freaking awesome. I'm obsessed with this identity that Mike Vrabel has created. And I wanted to make this video not to just like praise us and talk very highly about us and just be like, yeah, this is awesome, we're back, like your kings have returned. Like it's not one of those videos. I actually, I have a lot of thoughts and feelings right now on a couple of subjects because, like I said previously, the Patriots are very close to my heart, and I've been a supporter for them for a very long time. Just I'm an avid NFL football fanatic in general. Really love the sport. Really love watching the sport in general. And so when I say this, I don't take it lightly. That I don't think our organization has faced such a level of disrespect like ever before. Anything like this. Like I am being really sincere, and you need to hear me out on it because some of you are going to be like, "Oh, poor you. Go cry to all of your Super Bowl rings." And it's like, "Yeah, no, I get it. I'm spoiled. Like, yeah, we got all those Super Bowls. That's freaking awesome, man. I'm not complaining about it. I'm just like, but I am upset about some of the things that are being said, some of the things that are happening. Like it's a joke. It really is. It's and I want to start by talking about the Super Bowl actually, and then, just in advance for what I'm going to talk about next is the Bill Belichick Hall of Fame snub after. But first, the Super Bowl. It's a run back. You can see here the Patriots post, let's run it back, and it's against the Seahawks. And I'm not going to talk about that other game. We all remember how that one ended. And if you don't, you can just look it up. But we won that Super Bowl. It was great. And our playoff bracket, I would say, was fairly difficult. Sorry, I'm briefly interrupting myself because I forgot to say why I thought our playoff bracket was difficult. It's because we faced three of the top five defenses in our playoff bracket. Denver being number 2, Chargers being number 5, and the Houston Texans sitting at number 1. So, and also, another fun fact, Drake May is actually exclusively sitting on the list of quarterbacks to go through a playoff bracket comprised of 3 top 5 defenses. So that's why I thought our playoff bracket was actually fairly difficult. Sorry. And I really do mean that. And I know, I get it. Like, Bo Nix got injured, and that really sucked. Not just for, like, Broncos fans. Like, I thought it sucked. Like, I thought it would have been a more meaningful victory for us if Bo Nix had played. But actually, in general, I didn't get the AFC championship I wanted. But that's, I'll just say, like, I wanted the Patriots to face the Bills because, one, I just wanted the AFC championship to go through Foxborough. It's like one of the best sporting environments. That would have been awesome to see that again. An AFC championship played there. But also I thought that the Bills would have been a more meaningful win for us to get to the Super Bowl, beating a division rival, beating Josh Allen. I thought that would have been just better narratively. But football isn't about narratives as much as ESPN analysts try to make it about narratives. It's not about narratives. It's about playing the person in front of you. And we got Jared Stidham and the Denver Broncos, and we came out of that on top. And it is 100% because, one, our defense just completely stuffed them, and 2, because we had the lead before the snow fell. That's what it came down to. We had the lead right before things got really ugly in Denver. And No, I get it. I get it, man. You know, that wasn't the prettiest win, but it was a win. It was against a very good defense. We still had to score on them. Yes, it was mostly because of a turnover, but hey, our defense works hard for that. You know, our defense has been doing that all year, and they've been doing it all year on the road. 9-0 on the road. First team in NFL history. Okay, so we had that going for us. We had that chip on our shoulder going into Denver. Okay, not only that, but Drake May was actually I believe the first Patriots quarterback, or I think he just did it and Tom Brady didn't do it, to win a playoff game in Denver. That's something Tom Brady couldn't do. And I believe it's something that he has only done for the Patriots as well. Just a very tough environment, regardless of who's sitting at quarterback, to do. And like I said, the defense, man. The defense. I mean, look at this defensive leader's stats. Yards allowed, number 1. Sacks, number 1. Turnovers, number 3, man. I mean, this defense is killer. Killer. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because people just seem to not be taking the Patriots seriously at all. And I'm like, really? With stats like this, and you can see here on the offense, we're not in the top 5 on any of these. We are on the rushing, obviously. But Drake May is an MVP candidate. Okay? MVP candidate. He's right up there with Matt Stafford. I do think Matt Stafford's going to pull that one out. But right up there. And yet I'm seeing stuff like this, right? And all right. Okay. Let's give the benefit of the doubt, okay? These guys obviously didn't all mean to pick the Texans. They all, look at this lady right here. Look at this, Hannah. They all thought, oh, I'm going to be the unique one that picks Houston to win, and then they all accidentally did it. I actually believe Marcus here on the end, I believe he was, I watched the video, he was like, nope, change mine. Like, all right, give ESPN the benefit of the doubt. All right, they messed up here. They just all happen to try to play the same gimmick of I want to be the unique one. But don't do that. That's terrible analyzing. That's terrible reporting. Don't pick to be unique. Pick who you think's going to win. Okay, these people watched CJ Stroud play the week before and they all thought that the Texans were going to win. I'm not saying it was impossible for the Texans to win, but they all thought it. Come on. So we're willing to give the benefit of the doubt there, but then I present to you this. Okay, and some of these people transfer over from the previous. You see Dan Orlovsky here, this little munchkin. There's his name again, picking the Seahawks, which I wouldn't expect anything else from Dan Orlovsky to be pulling for someone other than the Patriots. But 11 ESPN personalities did early Super Bowl predictions, and all 11 picked Seattle over the Patriots. All 11 of these people. I'm just saying, this is locker room material here, man. And I get it. The Seahawks are a phenomenal football team. They're great. They're great, but you're talking about the Patriots, one of the top run defenses of the league. Okay, so we're going to make Sam Darnold probably throw this ball a lot. Okay, and yeah, he's throwing to JSN. JSN's a beast, absolutely. But then do you not remember where we're sitting on that turnover list as well? Okay, so you're telling me, and we've been forcing a lot of interceptions in these playoff games. You're telling me that Sam Darnold isn't going to throw this ball into harm's way at least once. Okay, I think, personally, I'm biased here. I think he's going to do it a couple of times. All right, Sam's been balling out. Okay? But he hasn't played us. I think we're going to throw a wrench into their offense. I don't think that's a good matchup for them. All right, and by all means, they have a splendid defense as well. Okay, let's go back to this defensive leaders list. There's Seattle sitting there at number 1. Now, this is the only list on the defensive leaders that they're sitting in, but don't be deceived. I believe that if they're not in this top 5, they would probably be immediately after. I can click down, but I'm not going to do that right now. I just trust that they'd be very close to making it into this list of the top 5. So So I really don't believe that these personalities, these ESPN analysts, journalists, any of them, it's probably not even that they think the Seahawks are going to win. I mean, they probably really believe it. They're probably really manifesting it. But that's what it is. It's manifesting. Okay. All 11. I mean, I already know Matt Collins, wide receiver for the Patriots. I already know that he's looking at this and thinking, ooh, this is the motivation I needed. This is my morning coffee every day till I get to that game. So the level of disrespect, I mean, look, and I get it. Max Kellerman the other day, he's a former, I believe, ESPN analyst, journalist, one of the two, personality. Right after the Seahawks beat the Rams in the NFC Championship, he tweeted out, I don't have it pulled up, but he tweeted out, "Congratulations to the Seattle Seahawks for winning the Super Bowl." You just can't make this stuff up, man. Just can't make it up. So, listen, Drake May is an MVP candidate. He's playing with the offensive rookie of the year, Travion Henderson. Stephon Diggs is balling out. Kayshon Boutte is making a name for himself. Ramondre Stevenson has been pivotal to our run game. And you saw that we were a leader on the run stats on the ESPN page. I mean, there are names that you haven't even heard of, and these people stepping up. Kyle Williams. Man, just complete ballers on the offense. And I didn't even finish naming everyone that I could have. But that's just the point that I want to make. First point that I wanted to make. The Seahawks are a good team. I think they could win the game. But this? I guess we'll find out in a couple of weeks. Less than 2 weeks. The next topic that I wanted to talk about, the Bill Belichick situation. So I found out about this yesterday. I'm recording this on January 28th. I found out about this yesterday. I don't know when I'm going to upload this. Maybe the same day. I don't know. But Bill Belichick is not going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer in the National Football League Hall of Fame. And that is atrocious. That is more disrespectful than people to this level underestimating the Patriots. You're talking about the greatest head coach of all time. Okay? I actually don't even want to talk about just all Bill Belichick has done with the Patriots for the Patriots. That would be stupid. Okay? I was watching Rich Eisen talk about it earlier, who I really enjoy listening to. He's wonderful. I recommend him to everyone. If you just want good, level-headed takes, non-Max Kellerman, non-Stephen A. Smith takes, you just want some real opinions, real conversation around the game. Go to Rich Eisen. And the reason behind this that I've interpreted from the research that I've done is over the various controversies Bill Belichick has found himself in, namely Spygate and Deflategate. Spygate being a scandal in which the Patriots were caught filming practices from other teams and using those films as an advantage in their upcoming games, which I'm going to address on behalf of the Patriots because I'm a fan and supporter and I want to defend my team. The other one being Deflategate, which I'm not going to spend as much time on because if you really want to know about it, first, you can look it up, and second, it's just scientifically just inaccurate. It just didn't happen. I think that would have been beneath them in the moment for them to do. But talking about Spygate, this is what Rich Eisen had to say. I think he said it best himself.
And I will just say this. about Spygate. It was brazen, it was wild. And at the end of the day, the famous moment where Bob Kraft, once upon a time, asked Bill Belichick, according to many reports, give me a percentage of how much this helped us. The Spygate stuff. And he said about 1 to 2%. And Kraft apparently called Belichick a schmuck because the risk certainly wasn't worth the reward.
Okay. So, yeah, it was stupid, but the Patriots still had to go out there and beat those teams, right? They still had to go out there and win the football game. So, yeah, they cheated, shouldn't have done it, got caught doing it. And if you think that's a really rationalized take on the subject, and you think, okay, well, you're a Patriots fan, you're biased. Your opinion doesn't matter. And Rich Eisen, I don't even know who this guy is. Who cares about what he has to say on it? Okay, well, here's Hall of Famer Jimmy Johnson. Okay, this is a Hall of Fame head coach, legendary head coach. If they are using the excuse of Spygate, that's ridiculous. Many teams, including ourselves, tried it. I really appreciate this man throwing his reputation out there for the Patriots and Bill Belichick. Howard Mudd at Kansas City, who later coached for Bill Polian, this name is very important, and Tony Dungy, former Indianapolis head coach, gave us the idea. He was the best. We didn't get anything and stop, but many teams gave it a try. Okay. And the reason why Bill Polian's name is important here is because he was apparently the leading person on that voting panel telling voters that the gates should impact whether Bill Belichick is a first ballot Hall of Famer or not. Okay? And I just want to point out really quick, by the way, these headlines are crazy. You could read this one here. Bill Polian reportedly isn't sure whether or not he voted for Bill Belichick for the Hall of Fame. What? 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 I don't get it. This is him trying to be like, no, I didn't. There was no discussion on the gates, and people asked, well, did you vote for him or not? And he said, oh, I can't remember. You can't remember? What? They were joking about this on Rich Eisen's show. They were going like, what? It's like he just, was picking people for city government elections and just picked whatever. No, it's not like that. That's how he's like treating it. But it's like, no, you can't remember whether or not you voted for Bill Belichick, the head coach, the name of head coaches. You're an NFL fan and you think of head coaches. Bill Belichick's probably going to be one of the ones at the top of your mind. Okay? If it's not, you're a second grader. Cannot remember. Okay, Yahoo Sports, Fox News. And then I remember this guy's history. Okay, this guy who is a former general manager and team president for the Indianapolis Colts. The people that accused us, the Patriots, of Deflategate. All right. And then I see what this is about. This is about jealousy. This is about an ego so big that he somehow convinced enough people in a room that the greatest head coach of all time doesn't immediately go into the Hall of Fame at his earliest convenience. All right, so this guy, so Bob Kraft called Bill Belichick a schmuck for Spygate. This guy's a schmuck for his role in handling this vote. And handling the press as well. I'm not sure. I don't know if I voted for Bill Belichick or not. If you can't remember if you voted for Bill Belichick or not, you probably shouldn't be on a voting panel. Schmuck. Okay? And here are just some more tweets. You got Troy Aikman. Here's a former quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. Won a Super Bowl. He's in the Hall of Fame. A disappointing day for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He's also a Fox analyst now, Fox Sports analyst for football. One of the current best quarterbacks in the NFL. Insane. Don't even understand how this could be possible. Retweeting Adam Schefter here talking about the situation. And then just for added measure, I mean, he's not even a football player, but LeBron James. Out of nowhere. Just, man, there's no way I read that right? Ain't no way Bill Belichick ain't first ballot Hall of Fame. That's impossible, egregious, and quite frankly, disrespectful. And look at May is King here. That's why you're the GOAT, King. And that is why you're the GOAT, LeBron. That's why you're the GOAT, LeBron. I don't even like the Lakers or the Warriors or the Heat. Thank you, LeBron. Thank you for just saying it how it is. So Bill Polian, congratulations. I thought that I've seen it all in my 20 plus years of loving this team, and you have surprised me. I didn't think that anybody could disrespect us harder than this. So congrats to you. You really did it. And in the process, you completely removed any legitimacy behind the NFL Hall of Fame voting committee. So congrats to that as well. It's a joke. That's what it is. It's a joke. And it's disgusting. And so I think the only thing that you could do here is go back to one of the greatest moments in Colts history, where Peyton Manning had a multi-turnover game against the New England Patriots during Bill Polian's tenure. Let's check it out. Manning, right here throwing. Ooh, intercepted by Ty Law. Oh, Peyton, I'm sorry you had to catch that stray. I was a Vols fan as well growing up, and you did the Vols very well, but you threw that pick. The sheriff answers to the law, and thank you so much for all of those wins, Bill Polian. Thank you so much for them. And I'm sorry that we hurt your feelings. But the point is, we're in the Super Bowl. I think we're going to play competitively. Bill Belichick, whether you love him or hate him, he's a Hall of Fame head coach. He will be to me at all times. Just because he's not in right now, he is a Hall of Famer in my mind already. Don't like what he's doing in UNC. I will say that at least. But hey, that shouldn't even go into consideration in the NFL Hall of Fame, right? But who knows? Maybe it did. I'm really questioning the legitimacy of that panel, that committee now. So anyways, that's all that I wanted to talk about today. Sorry if I sucked at explaining any of my feelings. This is my first time ever doing something like this, but really just wanted to get my thoughts and feelings out there. All right, see ya.